Recently, I spent quite a bit of money getting my Crosstrek fitted out for the winter. The way it's fitted out now, it seems to be working really well for me. Right after I bought all this stuff, the temperatures dropped down below freezing, and so I got a good chance to test this out. I actually took this up into the mountains as well, where it got down to about 25 degrees, which is the low temperature that I expect to deal with most of the time, and I stayed perfectly warm and there were no problems whatsoever. So let me show you what I've done to my Crosstrek. So you've probably seen before my window covers. As you can see, I have covers for the front windows and the windshield. What's new back here is I don't have my window screens on anymore. I took those off because I don't really want the windows rolled down when it gets that cold. I get enough airflow from just whatever ventilation system is letting air in. You can really feel a pretty decent draft of fresh air. So instead, I bought window covers for the back windows as well. This just completes the set. I'll put a link in the description below to everything you see in here, but this works really well. Around back here, things probably don't look too different, but I have made a couple of changes. Obviously, my fridge hasn't changed at all. The only difference is I don't normally plug it in when the car is stopped because it's cold enough out that it's actually about refrigerator temperatures, and it stays cold enough that I don't really need to plug it in most of the time. But if I'm driving and I have the heater on in the car, then I do plug it in. Down here, you might notice the difference because this is a mattress. So this is just a 5-inch foam mattress. It's identical to the one that I used to have in the schoolie that I had, except this is a twin mattress and the twin fits perfectly in the back of the Crosstrek. On top of the mattress, I bought this new sleeping bag. So before I did have a sleeping bag, but this one is rated for minus 15 degrees. And when it's all zipped up and everything, it should be very warm. I haven't actually been able to zip it up all the way because it's been way too warm even on the coldest night so far, down at 25 degrees. So this is perfect. This will keep me warm no matter what weather I deal with. And then on top I have my usual blankets. And those are pretty much unnecessary with this sleeping bag, but I have them there just in case things get really cold, but I don't think I'm ever going to have to use these. This sleeping bag is a mummy bag, so this can go over your head on super cold nights. Again, it hasn't been anywhere near cold enough that I've had to actually use that, but this will keep you warm. The thing I like about the sleeping bag and the reason why I got it is that it's relatively inexpensive and it's actually really big. And so for car life, I don't really care so much about weight because this thing is heavy and it doesn't stow very well. So it's not ideal under every circumstance, but for car camping and sleeping in your car at night, it's perfect. It's wide enough that it gives you plenty of room and it's super warm. Then of course over here we have pillows, but that's not changed too much. So you can see how tightly the mattress fits in my car. On the passenger side here, I have the seat moved forward where I need it to be when I'm sleeping. And underneath is my suitcase where all my clothes are. And underneath that are my tools, and that gets the mattress up to this nice, relatively level height. So this works perfectly, and I've been very happy with it. So you can see over here is my Bluetti, which is next to me at all times because it has the light that I use to turn on at night. When the oven is in the car, it fits in this space right here. That's my trash bag, so that's not very exciting, and my laundry bag's over there, but the laundry bag and the Bluetti go on top of my oven, and the trash bag just goes up against the door over there. The only real issue that I've had with this setup is that because this is a twin-size bed, everything just kind of rolls off the edge, and so anything that I have sitting in the car, like my garbage bag, will just fall out if I open the door without being careful. So that is something that I do have to worry about a little bit. But otherwise, the setup has been working perfectly for me. The only other things that I bought worth mentioning are I bought a new winter coat, and I also just have new clothes in general for the colder weather. Most of my clothes are completely worn out, so I did have to end up buying some new clothes. So in total, it cost me about $600, and about half of that was the stuff in the car, in the Crosstrek in the back, and the other half was just new clothes. So between all these things, I made sure my clothes are all set up for about minus 15 degrees, and I don't think I'm going to need anything close to that. So I'm really happy with my setup.